Alright, so welcome back. Hoping you're having a fabulous day. I wanted to talk about this before Neon does go and kick off as a banner. Some things just to know to keep in the back of your head before you do go and pull. I do this for every banner just to talk about it and give you my quick little 10 cents and all of that, right? Today, like and subscribe, it helps out a ton, but let's jump into this. Basically, Summer Mary is still here for 14 days. Neon will release and last for 14 days. That is how that's going to go. Very simple, very easy. That is the plan that they are going to run with, okay? Very easy to understand. That's it, okay? Now, what the thing is, all right? If you are pulling for Mary, have fun. If you're pulling for Neon, have fun. The same norm and the same thing that's been kicking around is the fact that these characters are niche, which it's true. They're niche, whatever. That's what it is, correct? But don't let people, by saying it's niche, and I've said it's niche too. I've said like their characters, you don't need them. You don't like, I have to pull them to like break the game, but it's summer. It's waifu time. Just have fun with the waifus. I've said this in many videos many times before. You play Nikke for what? For what? Waifus? Then summon for waifus. Yes. Last update, you won. You really won. Or 2 updates ago. Rosanna wasn't a win. That was bad. But with Blanc and Noir, they were 2 waifus that a lot of people, like the community, could gather around and say, yeah, I like those waifus, either one, whichever one side you were on, but you can say that, yeah? And those waifus became absolute meta. So in that capacity, everyone won, which is true, but again, that's not going to happen every single banner. So you have to realize with limited characters, they're designed that if I'm not playing the game at this time and, you know, 3 months roll around, I then pick up the game, I don't need these characters to progress their content, so that's how they're designed. But for what they are, they're waifus, so have fun. Summer Mary is there. I am not pulling for the character, but I am pulling for Neon, all right? I made this clear, told you I am. Though Summer Mary is probably the better kit, more so for her heals, and she really is kind of universal for that aspect of it. I am more of a man of culture, and Neon's the culture, so we're gonna go for that. That's my plan. I will be pulling for the character and hoping I do get her. I do have pity, but I will not be using pity. I will go gem broke, I will, but I will not use pity on the character, but I do hope that I can pull before that point, but we'll see how that actually does go. Now again, people are gonna comment, oh, don't bring up the collab, don't bring up the collab. My job, okay, as a content creator, and I say this every time, is to say there is a collab. There is a collab. Do you care about the collab? That's it, okay? Why do you keep saying Nier? Because there might be a new person that picks up the game and has not had any information about Nier, and it's like, oh, wait, I love Nier, but no one told me that Nier was happening, right? So it's, I just mentioned it. That's all I do. I just mentioned it, okay? Nier is probably in end of August now, September, around there. Probably that's the case, because we have to go through 2 summer sets of banners, most likely, because they clearly say till August, right? So middle August, early August, we don't really know. I hope that they don't do limited into limited. I hope they give like a 2-week gap with a standard banner. That'll be very nice to do. But we'll see, because there are rumors around the community floating rumors. This is speculation, actually. This is speculation, right? Cough, cough. The next characters are not limited. I know. Doesn't sound right, but it looks like it's true. But I don't know. It's speculation. I'm speculating, correct? I'm speculating. So keep that in mind. But like literally, this character got me feeling a sort of way. So I'm like, I gotta pull. I gotta do it. Neon is the absolute legend. So yeah, if I do go broke, it's because of this banner here. We're gonna see how it goes though. But I do want to recommend that don't listen to what everyone says. And I know I say it too. I say this character's not meta. This character's not meta. But you have to understand. I make it very clear. And people always want to take things out of context. Say like, oh, he said this sucks, but it's a waifu game. I have to make both sides of it, right? I tell you every time, boom, waifu character, have fun with the waifu character. Boom, this character's meta. If you want to play for meta and you really want to cheese some content that you can't beat, not being able to beat some content because you scared the character sucks. It does, right? So people say, oh, like I'll take my waifus into this content. Most of the time, that's not true. You can't take a waifu into every content, and if you can, you're an absolute legend, right? But at some points in Interception and other contents, you need to form some team, right? And some characters like Blanc and Noir, why I pushed them so much was because they were meta and waifus. It was like a win-win. Here, again, I just said if you want to pull the character, pull the character. Here, I'm pulling the character. Neon is freaking nuts. I don't even know what to say. But kit-wise, not broken, but I mean, she's usable, and I will make use of her in Union Raid or Solo Raid, right? That's how I'm going to do it, so I'll take it, but you decide, right? You decide. Your gems, not mine. Have fun. As of right now, we haven't tested the character. You have to also know that we called Blanc like, oh, Blanc is great, but she's not like, SS plus tier, right? Then Noir came out, and boom, S plus tier was created, and Blanc and Noir fit that role really well because they are so powerful together. It's not even funny. They buff each other so well that that's what happens, right? So we will see how Neon releases, and maybe Mary plus Neon is an outstanding combo, and we are getting more summer banners. Maybe those are water code characters characters, and those characters buff Neon or buff Mary or something happens of the sort, and you have like an outstanding water comp that just works in every content somehow, right? Like, they're just so powerful against, you know, things that are designed for it. It just works. So, Nilister, Nilister who, right? Just destroys Nilister. Stuff like that, we don't know, but keep that in mind. That is the case as always, but for what it is, I still think that Mary has the better kit with the heals. Her heals are just insane. Neon does part damage, which, you know, arguably is part damage really like the best. For some bosses that can be really helpful, but again, half the kit's also restricted back to water. So that's the same thing. They're niche characters. Simple as that, they're niche, okay? So just approach it that way. But again, I will be summoning because I just like the character. The design is what you summon for. Just summon for the design, right? Yes, Rosanna was more so a character you can't even use. That's why I said it's not a waifu character at that point, because you really can't use her anywhere. Even if you try to, she's going to be just like holding you back genuinely. Like our character was ranked higher than her, which is crazy to me. But that's how it is, because her kit doesn't operate at all in any capacity outside of what PvP is. And in PvP, she failed because she is a MG or whatever character that just doesn't work. Yeah, in that comp, okay? But it is true also, these characters will most likely not return for a year, and at that, who knows how long beyond that. So keep it in mind that if you are pulling for waifu and limited, remember, people like to just collect, and they don't like the fact that, oh no, now I can't get this character for a very, very long time. What do I do? Just know that also that, yes, it's a good idea to pull for a character. If you really like them, or if you just want them to be at least on your account so that at some point you don't have to miss out on it. That's how it's going to go. But again, that's just the basic information with it. I will be pulling, as mentioned. That's how I'm going to do it. Just don't use your pity if it's a character you don't care for. Everyone keeps asking me that entire thing, like, oh, should I waste pity? Should I use pity, though? Use pity on a character that's going to change the game for you, or a character that you love more than anything. That's what pity's designed, correct? That's what this is for, okay? I used pity for Dorothy to get my final copy, because it was 3 copies of Dorothy, and it was a maxed out Dorothy. That's why I did it, correct? That was the last time that I did it, or before that was Modernia. Both game-changing characters and characters that I really liked. That's how I approached it. If I had a pity Blanca Noir, I probably wouldn't, because they're standard characters. I would more so pity Pilgrims, or a limited character that I really care for. That's it. At max, that's what I'll do. I would never pity a standard character per se. So if you love these characters, one of these two, and they are limited, they're not returning for a year, you're more than welcome to use your pity. No one's going to yell at you for that, right? Yes, they're not going to be broken. People recommend you use broken characters, but you love the character. It's your waifu, bro. Go and have fun. I'm not going to stop you, right? If you're coming from my Grand Cross channel, because I think a lot of people asked it from there, like a lot of people ask it from there, that is separate. Grand Cross has milestones. You get milestone rewards here. You don't do anything here like that. Nothing. It's just, you keep going. You can endlessly dump multis in, and you can never pull the character, but this pity is what you use. That's it, correct? You have to amass 200, and then you can spend it. The standard banner also has some sort of pity, where it's 200, and you get pity dupes, and that's how you do it there. So again, that is how this game operates. That's your pity, and only I ever recommend to pull on Pilgrims with pity, because again, you can always standard other characters. Pilgrims are harder to standard. They're kind of hard to pull. So pull for Pilgrims, or limited characters, or like, again, Blanca Noir, you could have pitied them. That was a good decision. They were broken characters. Just depends on if you were like, oh, I could have pulled it from Recruit, which exists too, right? So I'm hoping I can get my luck. I'm hoping the lucky pulls can come in here and help me with Neon. I really hope I can get her. But with that quick little talk here about Neon, should you summon my little rant about the waifu thing, and just have fun. So enjoy the game.